Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to talk about autoscaling and elasticity. These two are very important to understanding how AWS cloud works and how the infrastructure is very cost effective, highly available, and fault tolerant. So I'm going to use an example using Netflix. So let's pretend that this is our region, and our region has two availability zones, and it has a VPC, and in our VPC we have our database, right? And if you're unfamiliar with databases, just try to think of resources that are used in order to hold a website or to produce an application that individuals are able to access over the internet, right? That's the most simplified example I can give you. It's just something that users have access to. So in Netflix, we can pretend that this is just a database that has all your movies, your drama shows, and all those things. So let's pretend that this is 2015, right? Let's take it a couple years back. Right? And Netflix only has, let's just say they only have 100,000 people using their service, right? Over the entire globe, they only have 100,000 people using it. Right? So throughout the entire day, not all 100,000 people are on watching Netflix at once, right? Some people watch in the morning, evening, night, but total, there's only 100,000 people that could possibly be on these servers. So they only have two databases, right? They're basically saying, hey, we only need two databases, two resources to withstand or uphold this traffic. So if, let's say at max, one day all 100,000 people happen to be on Netflix at the same time, they're saying that these two databases should be able to withstand that traffic and not undergo failure. So let's say that in 2016, they are predicting 200,000 people total to be on their service using Netflix, right? So that means that it's 100,000 increase. So in order for them to adjust to the traffic, they need more resources in their AWS cloud environment. So two databases will not be enough. They're saying two databases, hypothetically, right? This is just an example. Two databases are just enough to hold 100,000 people. So in order to withstand 200,000 people, let's say we want to add two more databases. Okay. So now we have a total of 4 databases. Now we can withstand all 200,000 people, regardless of the time of day. There won't be any lag. You won't have any trouble loading your movies or your shows. Everything will run smoothly now that we had adjusted to the traffic based on the year. So now, let's say that in 2017, we are predicting another 100,000. So we need 2 more databases. Just put this. Making it a total of 300K. Now, if you see what's happening here, right? You see how every year we are adjusting the traffic. There are more people that are signing up for Netflix. Every time there is a group of people that sign up, we always add databases, right? To withhold that traffic, right? Everyone's coming through here to watch it, all their shows. That concept is called auto-scaling, right? When you think of scaling, you think of something expanding, right? And that's what this is doing, except it's happening in the cloud. The AWS infrastructure, in their VPC, they have databases that are made automatically, right? So in real life, before the cloud, you'd have to call and say, hey, I need 2 more databases to come into this building, installed, and that's how you get more databases. However, in the cloud, these databases are automatically scaled depending on how much traffic is coming in. You don't have to call, you don't have to pay installation fee or maintenance. They're built as traffic comes in. So that concept of adding more databases with adjusting to the traffic is called auto-scaling. In our next video, I'm actually going to talk about elasticity. I wanted to talk about it in this one, but I really feel like there's a lot coming at you guys. So just remember that high availability means that your service or your server or your file is always available no matter where you are, as long as you have access to the internet. Remember, if you ever forget, just remember Dropbox. You're uploading your file to Dropbox and then you're going out and you want to see it on your phone, it's highly available. Fault tolerant means that the system, right, whether it's your AWS infrastructure or any cloud service, fault tolerant means that it will survive even if the system fails, right? So you won't lose that file if the AWS cloud breaks down. And the reason for that is because if the system were to break down in one of the availability zones, right? Let's say that this availability zone crashed. That traffic coming to watch Netflix would automatically be adjusted to this availability zone, right? So it's fault tolerant. It knows that it has to make an adjustment in order to withstand the traffic and to ultimately not fail through a system internal failure. So it's able to make an adjustment automatically by adjusting to the other availability zone. That's why we have multiple availability zones, is to make sure that the service, Netflix, for example, your movies are highly available, even if something were to go wrong internally in the system. All right, that's enough. I'll see you guys in the next video.